What's going on, folks, and welcome to another Scum video. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. As always, truly awesome, guys. Thank you very much. Now, this is a video for people who know Scum and for people who are new to Scum. So if you're into open world survival, you're going to like some of this stuff. Now, some of the things I'm going to be going through are literally in previous patches, and some of the stuff's going to be in the game. So here's some things that you might not know about Scum and what's come into Scum as well. So I'm going to pretty much do this off the top of my head in no particular order. So we're going to start off with the cities. We are all really excited about this because we want a really big city to play in, basically. Have some PvP, have a load of different buildings, and on the screen here you're going to see a few different buildings that the devs are working on to put in the city. So they've been working on this for a good few months now, maybe 4 months, 5 months. But it's not a priority, so it's not currently in the game right now, but it could be anytime soon. But the devs have a few other things to sort and fix first. So they're the cities and a few other locations, which is really, really cool. So let's go on to the AI. So as you can see here, previous patches, they have sort of teased us with these images. So low level tech 1, staff, and you have all these different AI that are going to be in the game. Now these are actually intertwined with the missions and everything else as well. Not sure how it's going to work, but like I said before, these devs really are doing their best to make this the best open world survival game they can. But with the addition of missions, it's going to make it more fun and have things to do as well. So that's the AI side of things. Now, boats and rafts aren't currently in, but we are looking forward to them. So there's a few images there, and that will enable us to get to the islands, go out to sea, and all that good stuff as well. So you can see they're working on the paddle, they're working on the boat, and all that good stuff as well. So that's really cool. Now we're going to go on to the digging. So there is actually going to be digging in the game. So you will be able to bury your chests and bury loot. But the only thing is, once you bury your loot, the loot is going to basically corrode faster. I can't remember the word right now. I'm trying to go through this as quick as possible. But the loot will corrode faster. And yeah, so you don't really want to be burying everything. You want to keep stuff in bases and stuff too. Now we're going to get onto bases in a little bit, so you guys will see that. We also have the 50 cal. There is a 50 cal sniper in the game in 3 different variants as well. You got black, you got a desert type color, and you got the snow color as well. So that's really cool. Comes with their own all their own attachments. Like each of the snipers will come with their own silencers, suppressors, and all that good stuff as well. Now here's a few tools that we're going to be able to use for base building, maybe even mining and stuff like that. I'm not too sure. And also you're going to have some form of traps and stuff as well. So there's a few images there on the screen right now for you guys to have a look at. Now this one's really cool, hair and beards. This is currently in the game, this one as well. So hair and beards is something that's pretty decent, because for 10 months now we've just had bald characters, and it's been a bit of a pain because everyone just looks the same. There's no sort of, you know, authenticity to each character being unique and all that good stuff. So we've got hair and beards in the game. That is awesome. Now going on to the females. Females are now in the game. They have their own animations. They have their own clothing and all that stuff as well. I'm guessing more clothing will come in for the females because there's not an amazing amount right now, but they have just been implemented. So check out the females. They are really cool. Now you've got quivers as well. So quivers, obviously you can put your arrows in, and apparently in the future we're going to be able to put a holster, a pistol into a pistol holster as well. So that's going to be pretty cool, but at least you've got them as well. Now the scopes and the guns is really, really interesting. Most of the guns have their own sights, their own suppressors, and all that good stuff as well. And you can even make your own improvised suppressor. Now there's a lot of attachments in this game currently, and I mean a lot of attachments. You guys really have to check it out for yourselves. The sounds are really, really nice. They're not the best in the world, not the best I've ever heard in a game, but you will love them. You will really love them. I mean, unless you're like, you know, used to be in the SAS or the Navy SEALs or something, then you might be a bit particular with how a gun sounds. If not, obviously it's a game, and you know, enjoying them sounds is just awesome. You know, I really like them. The locations, now there is many locations that are currently in the game right now, like the fishing village. You've got a couple of areas to the fishing village. You can get loads of sardines there, and you know, get some PvP, even make a base or something. You've even got the observatory as well. Observatory is a little bit north in the mountains on the map as well. So the observatory is a really cool place. Had quite a bit of PvP there, if I'm honest, and there's a lot of military loot as well. Now, underwater, there's a lot of underwater caverns and places on the map that most people don't know about. They're scattered around the map, and they are also in lakes and stuff like that too. So always be sure to have a little experiment, jump in, see what you can find, because these go really deep and quite far out as well. So you could really hide your loot in these places too. So in the game also, there's 30 World War II locations that I think you guys would be interested in. They've got a big turret on them, lots of loot there. And most of the time nearly every time I've been to one of these, I've never really found anyone else there. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but there are 30 of these located around the map, all the way from the top to the bottom, and there's 30 of them to try and find, which is really cool. So that's one of the other locations you can find scattered around. Now, the castle is a beautiful location. I love the castle, especially at around 6 o'clock in the morning. If you have the supporters pack, you can check your watch for the times as well. But 6 in the morning just looks absolutely amazing as the sun comes through the trees, sun's coming up. Just looks incredible with the god rays and all that good stuff as well. So that's the castle. So now we have safe zones. So if you see an image here, the green areas are the safe zones, and the red areas are where you can do your base building and stuff. Which we'll get onto in just a second. So the green areas are the safe zones here, and there's also a disco in each of these safe zones. So this is the first part before they actually implement loads of other things into these safe zones, like supplies, building supplies for your fortifications and your bases, so you can actually buy stuff as well, and all that good stuff. So yeah, so you got your safe zones, you got your discos, and there's something else I forgot to mention, like a few things for the base building. Yeah, so if we go into the base building, you can now have base building in game, basically. It has just been implemented, so there's a few fixes to fix on them, but it takes a while to build, but it's really cool to have your own base out in the middle of nowhere. I really enjoy it anyway. I think it's cool. It gets your team working together, and just, you know, it's just great teamwork and sort of bonding with the rest of your team to build it, because it does take time and you've got to look out for one another while building too. And within the base, obviously, there's not an incredible amount you can put inside right now, but there are a few things like a well, a cabin, and some towers and some walls and all that good stuff as well. But there are other things coming in, like an improvised water container, a wind sort of generator, which got plugs at the bottom, so I'm not sure what the devs are doing with that one, but there's going to be a few things that are interesting coming in with that as well. Now, I know this video's been really fast, and I hope I haven't missed anything. The missions obviously are in the game at the moment, the tutorial missions, which I'm guessing they're going to be adding more tutorial missions, and there are side missions and main missions, which Dina will be controlling through the BCU2 unit at the back, through the back of your head. That's where Tech 1 controls you guys. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I know it's a quick one. I know it's during the week. I've got work again tomorrow, but I just sort of had an idea, and I just wanted to throw some things out there that, you know, for the new guys and girls that don't know much. But this is only half the stuff that's in the game right now. Or some of these items are in the game, some aren't currently in the game. But this is just a few things about Scum. You know, this is half the stuff. There's so much more to this game that you guys need to check out if you're into open world survival. So we're going to leave it there, guys. If you did like the video, please don't forget to hit that like, just to show me that you did enjoy the video. And feel free to follow. We are coming up to 20,000 subscribers now, and very excited. So thank you very much for your ongoing support, guys. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the stream at Saturday morning. Peace out.